Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whichever it is the time you connected to listen or watch this video. Today we are going to be talking about chapter 9, nail tips and forms. This is chapter 9 for the nails book. If you are in cosmetology, this is also similar to this chapter. You will be able to pass your test with this information given in this video. Identify the difference between a nail enhancement and a nail extension. One of the most popular services a nail professional can offer is beautiful nail enhancements. A nail enhancement is defined as any product added to the natural nail to increase strength and beauty. Many clients will want to extend the length of their nail or the natural nail. This is described as nail extension. There are two ways to create a nail extension: using a nail tip or a form. There are many factors that will help you determine which method to use. Before you start any nail extension service, you must prepare the nail correctly to ensure. How will you do this? You will do a dry manicure. You will use a nail cleanser. A nail cleanser can be alcohol. You will also need to use a nail dehydrator to temporarily stop the nail from producing moisture and natural oil. A standard nail dehydrator is commonly made from a chemical called butyl acetate. The nail dehydrator should be applied liberally through the natural nail plate only. Skin contact should be avoided. Once the nails have been prepared, you will need to decide if you will use tips or forms to create the nail extensions. Nail tips are pre-molded nail shapes from a thawed plastic made from acrylonitrile butadiene stride ABS. They are adhered to the natural nail to add extra length and to serve as a support for additional nail enhancement products. If you use tips, you will need a layer of nail enhancements products over the entire surface of the nail to provide strength, structure, and support. This is called an overlay. Nail tips that do not have an overlay can break easily without this reinforcement. Many nail tips have a shallow depression called well that serve as the point of contact with the nail plate. A nail resin or nail adhesive, it is a thin resin applied into the well area that is used to adhere the tip to the natural nail. The well of the nail tip is then positioned onto the natural nail. The position stop is the point where the free edge of the natural nail meets or stops inside the well. The position stop helps determine where the tip should be placed. There are various types of nail tips, including, so we have a couple of them, okay? We have a full welt tip, partial welt tip, well-less tip. A full welt tip covers the entire apex area. A partial welt tip usually alter at the well line to expose more of the natural nail. A well-less tip has no well at all, so it has no position to stop. You have a full coverage tip that covers the entire nail, and a French tip that are cut like a smile line to tap point. Nail tips are available in many sizes. They come from 100 to 500 pieces and usually include 10 to 12 sizes. Leaves and advantages of using nail forms. Nail forms are an alternative to nail tips. Some technicians feel nail forms are harder to apply than tips. However, it only takes a bit of practice to master tips. Nail forms are placed under the free edge to the natural nail and used as a guide to extend the nail enhancement product beyond the free fingertip to add additional length. There are many shapes and sizes of nail form. Some are designed to fit different nail plate shapes. There are two basic types or forms. Disposable nail forms are often made of paper or a strong, thin polyester film called Milady. They are usually sold in 100 or 500 count and resemble a sticker or a roll. This is how they look. Then you have the reusable nail forms, are made of a pre-shaped plastic or aluminum and can be cleaned and disinfected between clients. These forms are usually sold in a 10-piece container. The forms can be more difficult to keep in place since they do not stick to the client fingers. However, they are applied in exactly the same way as a disposable form. When you see any nail form, you may not opt to apply forms to only one hand or one finger at a time as you work. Name the 7 most common nail shapes. Square. Have straight side walls like a very straight square. Squabble, sometimes referred to soft square, is similar to a square with straight side walls. However, the edge has a soft, rounder shape with rounder corners. Round. Nails have an edge that usually mimics the cuticle line and may be slightly tapered in on the sides. Oval nails are very tapered and the edge will come to a soft rounded point. Almond nails are similar to an oval shape. They are very tapered, but the edge will come to a sharp point. Stiletto. are long and taper to a sharp point, resembling a long, skinny carrot. Ballerina nails are similar to stiletto nails. They are long and extremely tapered. However, the edge of the nail will be square, representing a ballet pointed shoe. When using a tip, you will want to file the basic shape of the tip prior to blending the welt or contact area. Once the welt is blending into the natural nail, the tip application is very fragile. You could accidentally break the tip off with excess filing of extension edge. Identifying the qualities of a properly structured nail enhancement. The stress area where the natural nail grows beyond the finger and becomes a free edge needs extra product and strength to support the artificial extension. This becomes the highest point in the nail and is known as the apex or arch. Having strength in the apex allows the base of the nail, sidewalls, and the tip to be thin, yet leaves the nail strong enough to resist breaking. The apex is oval shaped and located in the center of the nail. The high point is visible no matter where you view the nail. So the arch is the highest point of the nail. The sidewalks are the sides of the nail. The nail extension's undersides is the actual underside of the nail extensions. The thickness of the edge should be credit card thin, and there should be a consistency curve in the nail strength. The C curve of the nail enhancement depends on the C curve of the natural nail. A 35% C curve is the average. And up to here is going to be our chapter for today of nail tips. I hope this review is helpful to you, and we will see each other in our next video. Have a good day, good afternoon, and good night.